So for me, for the last 12 months in the shop, the Ping G430 iron has been by far the most popular. But with the new i530 iron that's recently been released this year, what's the actual difference? So Ping have always catered really well for all standards of golfers, from your very low handicap pro golfers with the blueprint irons, right up to the higher handicappers with the 730 irons that are now available. But sitting right in the middle of the set is the 430 iron that was released last year, and now the i530 iron, which was released this year. Now, we've reviewed all of these clubs, and these reviews are available on my channel. But what's the difference? These sit right in the middle of the range and probably appeal to the widest cross section of golfers. So I did a lot of the G430 irons last year, and they are extremely popular. So the 430 iron sits slightly offset, wider sole, tungsten weight in the toe and the heel to help with forgiveness. It's an extremely easy club to hit. And to be honest, probably caters for loads of golfers. I've seen some quite low figure golfers right up to brand new beginner type golfers using this club, and it works for them. It's extremely forgiving, extremely quick off the face, and gets the ball going. Now, the i530 is probably pitched as a player's performance iron. Now, what does that mean? So it's a slightly smaller profile, slightly smaller club head, slightly less turf drag, so the sole of the club's a little bit narrower. But it still has the playing benefits of being a forgiving club. So we've got the tungsten weight in the heel and in the toe, and you can see the toe tungsten weight that's visible, which makes it very, very forgiving. So it's interesting, why would you choose one or the over the other? They both, so we're going to hit a couple of shots and have a look at them, and I'll give you my view. But the interesting thing with them is that the spec on them is identical in terms of the loft. So they both sit there at 29 degrees. Both with retro spec and power spec options available, but they're both 29 degrees loft, they're both forgiving clubs, and they're both very easy to hit and get the ball going. So why would you choose one over the other? Right, so let's hit. So as always, we use the same type of golf balls, but I've got both the clubs have got the same shaft in them. Now you put the G430 down. It's a slightly bigger profile head. It's from heel to toe slightly bigger with a little bit of offset in there, but it does give you the sensation of it's nice and easy to hit, and that you're going to be able to get this club going. So let's hit a shot. So it definitely gets the ball up in the air extremely easily. Very, very simple to hit, and you can see there a 164 carry off of an 84-mile-an-hour swing. So not the quickest swing, but gets good carry distances, gets the ball out there very, very easy. Now the interesting thing with this is that the off-centre shots are extremely forgiving. So toe, heel strikes, very, very forgiving, extremely easy club to hit. And again, there's dead simple, two decent strikes. Probably not that one, not quite as good, but still gets the ball out there. Now, in comparison to the i530, when you put that down, it's definitely got less offset to the club. Slightly shorter, slightly more squat appearance. Now it has, the interesting thing, it's got more grooves on the face, so that's one of Ping's things to that there, which has the hydropearl finish on both of them, so that it will spin more in wet conditions and when grass gets between the ball and the face. But out of semi-rough and rough, you're going to get a marginally more spin from this club as opposed to the 430, which would give you a little bit more control. Now these clubs are both identically set up, so they're not on the power spec, they're just the standard spec, same shaft. And you can see that 86-mile-an-hour swing gets it out there, carry distance 169. bit pulley that one, and definitely out the toe. So you can see there that even there with a poor strike, it's still very, very forgiving. With the carry distance there, 163 off an 84 mile an hour swing. So in comparison, they're both extremely forgiving. They're both very good clubs. It's interesting that this one's probably pitched at the slightly better golfer and the 430 at the slightly lesser golfer. But they're definitely both extremely forgiving, and when you hit them, and they perform so well, no problems getting the ball out there. I mean, the hardest thing that I find when I get these i530s is that you put them down and you think it looks like a really, really nice club, nice squat head, slightly shorter blade length and stuff, which I like. And they're really, really easy to hit. So you hit that and you think, well, why am I trying to make it harder on myself by going for something that's like a blueprint or whatever that is meant to be at the Better Players Club, but it doesn't go as far, and it is less forgiving. These are phenomenally forgiving, extremely well performing. Ball speeds as they're coming off them is quick. I think it's, you know, for me, I would go with this above the 430 club, but it's definitely something that you need to try. You need to try each club to see how they both perform, but they're both extremely good and extremely forgiving. But if you're a person that's been struggling with your slice and you really need some help, make sure that you watch that video there, because that will fix it, I guarantee, once and for all.